Hi there everybody, this is David, and Steam is having a summer sale from now up until July the 10th. And I want to go through some of the turn-based games that are on sale right now. And I've just got to say, y'all don't know how lucky you are. Whenever I was a kid and it was summer vacation, I got one game to play through summer, and that was because my birthday just so happened to be at the end of May, so I had like a week of school left, and then I had that one birthday game to play up through the summer. Y'all have hundreds over on Steam, and I've got to say, even if this was available whenever I was a kid, my mother would have never bought me anything on this anyway, because she does not believe in buying anything online. She doesn't even use online banking. Like, she's very like, oh my god, online. And it's kind of freaky. But anyway, enough ranting. Let's talk about some of these turn-based games that are on sale. The first one up that is featured, of course, is Dragon Quest III. This is the HD 2D remake. It is now 25% off for $45. We're living in a time when even Dragon Quest is now available on PC. I remember when there was no Dragon Quest games on PC whatsoever. It was only the Final Fantasy games. And I was like, why isn't Dragon Quest on PC too? It really should be, and it never was. But now, here it is. I first played this game when I was in 4th grade on the NES. Absolutely fantastic. Tons of job classes, world map. Every party member plays differently. There's multiple worlds to explore. You get a ship, you get a bird to fly around. Like, there's so much here. There's so much content packed into this. It's just crazy. This is unbelievable. If you haven't played this game, and you're an RPG fan, you are missing out. This one changed the game. This was the reason why Japan had to pass that law saying that, Dragon Quest games can only come out on Saturdays or Sundays, or I think it was Saturdays, because so many people skipped work and school to play this game and to get this game, because this was a game changer. This changed the genre so much, y'all have no idea. Like, if you haven't played this, it is unfreaking believable, and it is there's a reason why this was the best-selling console game for Square Enix last year, why it exceeded expectations, why this was the reason why their console gaming division did so well, because of this one particular game. So yeah, and then we got Dragon Quest 1 and 2 coming out later on this year. I cannot wait. Okay, I've spent enough time gushing about Dragon Quest. Let's move on to some other stuff right here. Okay, Wizardry VIII, it's only $1.50. I'm not really a big Wizardry person. I'm not really a big Western RPG person, but I've heard fantastic things about Wizardry VII as well as Wizardry VIII. This one came out for the PC back in, I want to say, 2001, and it has been called a masterpiece. And I want to say it's also a direct sequel to Wizardry VII, which came out with the SNES. But anyway, I'm not exactly, Wizardry expert or whatever, but it is here. Epic Battle Fantasy, 70% off for $4.50. This is Epic Battle Fantasy 4, apparently. And it's just like a classic turn-based RPG, all that kind of good stuff. Kind of like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, all that, with some humor and everything in there. Octopath Traveler 2 is 50% off right now. Like, can you do any better than that? This game harkens back to the SNES golden era, y'all. This is just fan-freaking-tastic, one of the best games ever made. They took all the criticisms of the first game and they addressed them all. They improved the pacing, they improved the character interactions and what's going on with each character and everything. They improved the battle system, the job classes, the balancing, everything. This, if you are missing those classic turn-based RPGs with world maps and job classes and turn-based combat and all that kind of stuff, and you're wondering where they are, why doesn't Square Enix play turn-based games anymore? Play this game. They do. It's called Octopath Traveler. Play this game. Baldur's Gate 3, 20% off, $48. Like I said with the Wizardry, I don't play a whole lot of Western RPGs, but you know what? I broke my rule. I played this. And you know what? I really freaking enjoyed it. I really like it. I'm not big into Dungeons and Dragons, computer RPGs. I don't really know like the Dungeons and Dragons rule sets or anything. I never actually played the game, I know. But I really, really, really thoroughly enjoyed this, even though I made so many horrible decisions. Like, I accidentally killed everybody in that village. I had no idea that I did that. I accidentally killed everybody in that stupid village, and then I accidentally aligned myself with, like, the goblins or something. But then whenever I was like, no, I don't want to be aligned with the goblins, then the goblins all attacked me. And I was like, I'm not aligned with anybody. Like, I completely screwed myself over in this game, but I still loved it. It was a lot of fun. Saga Frontier Remastered, 50% off, only $12.50. Like, come on, y'all, $12.50. This originally came out on the PlayStation 1. It was, it's not the first Saga game that we ever got in the West. That's the Final Fantasy Legends series back at the Game Boy. But it was the first time that there was actually named Saga, and it was doing what Saga does, where you get multiple party members at the start, the scenario system, all of that, multiple endings. So yeah, if you want to see kind of the origin of Saga in the West, then you can play this game, although again, it is really the Final Fantasy Legend. Persona 3 Reload. This is a remake of, obviously, Persona 3, 55% off. So yeah, Persona 5 Royal, 60% off at $24. If you haven't gotten into Persona, now is your opportunity. These are long turn-based games, but it has this press turn combat system, which is so much fun. I love SMT games and Persona games simply because of this press turn combat system. It's like if you hit a weakness, then it only takes up like half of your turn, and you get like 4 turn icons, but you can use up to, I want to say like 7, because you can't use the 8, but you can use the 7. And if you hit all these weaknesses, you get like extra turns, but if you miss, then you like lose 2 turn icons. It's really strategic. It's really a lot of fun, and I highly recommend them. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, 60% off. This one is fantastic. Takes place in Hawaii, of all places, so it's no longer taking place in Japan, and it follows Ichiban, which means that it is turn-based, and it also has a job class system, and it is really, like, it's hysterical. It's hysterical. Ichiban literally thinks that he is, like, in a Dragon Quest game, like in a Dragon Quest world or whatever, and it's so much fun. He's always making all these references and everything, and if you want to see, like, Dragon Quest but grown up, although Dragon Quest already is grown up, but if you know what I'm saying, then play this game. You might think, oh, it's a brawler, oh, it's this, that, the other. No, these the ones that follow Ichiban are just fantastic. Cannot recommend them enough. Persona 4 Golden is also on sale, only $10, 50% off. Triangle Strategy, 60% off. This is essentially the sequel to Final Fantasy Tactics, insofar as, you know, it's just kind of plays just like it, you know, but you don't have any generics. Everybody is its own named character with their own different job class. There are multiple stories or paths to follow, choices that actually matter, different maps and kingdoms and places that you can go to based upon what choices that you make, and everything is really freaking cool. It's a whole lot of fun. If you like Tactics Ogre, Final Fantasy Tactics, things like that, then you definitely want to try out Triangle Strategy. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous HD 2D game. Tactics Ogre Reborn just went away. I don't know where it went to, but it literally just, look at there. Okay, I don't know why it like skipped all the way down there. But anyway, Tactics Ogre Reborn, 60% off, only $20. Again, if you like Final Fantasy Tactics, you will like Tactics Ogre Reborn, because Final Fantasy Tactics was actually built on the engine of Tactics Ogre. Tactics Ogre came out first on the SNES, then it was ported over to the PlayStation, then Square used that to create Final Fantasy Tactics. So yeah, if you want to see where it all started, where it all began, then play this game. It has a lot more agency with the story, because again, you can make choices that actually matter and change the story. Characters will actually die, you know, like things actually matter, and it is great. This is a really great game. It's very hard, though. I will say it's harder than Final Fantasy. Why does it keep on skipping? Than Final Fantasy Tactics. Digimon Story Time Sleuth, 80% off. So we know that the next Digimon game is coming out, I want to say like this September. Sometime this, September 16th or something. It's coming out sometime this September. So if you want to kind of get acclimated with Digimon, with these turn-based games, to see what is going on, then play this. It is a collection of 2 different games for only $10. You can't go wrong with that. Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince, 40% off. It is $24. This is another Dragon Quest Monsters game, and it takes place in the world of Dragon Quest IV, kind of before, during, and after Dragon Quest IV. But rather than playing the role of the hero of Dragon Quest IV, Solo or Sophia, you are playing the role of the antagonist, Sorrow, and you're seeing the same events from his point of view, and it's so much fun. Oh my gosh, this took me forever to beat, y'all, but I did. I beat it. And then Nintendo erased my save. Still bitter. But yeah. Very, very, very good game. Same things that I said about Infinite Wealth can be said for Yakuza Like a Dragon. This one's $10. $10, y'all. 10 freaking bucks. Turn-based RPG, job classes, whole lot of fun. It takes place in Japan. Hysterical. Like, hysterical. You recruit, like, hobos and losers and deadbeats and everything. Like, that's your party members, and it's just a whole lot of fun. It's a whole lot of fun. Then it just goes down to list, more and more and more games. Octopath Traveler 1 is on sale, 60% off right now. The Final Fantasy series is on sale. All of these are the Pixel Remastered versions, are all on sale for 35% off. I looked and they're all, 35, that's 5 and 4 and 3. They're all 30% off, right, or 35% off right now, I'm sorry. This game in Stars and Time, I remember I was looking at it and I was like, it's in black and white. It's weird. Like, what's going on with this game? Like, what's happening? And then it won so many awards. And I was like, wow, I should check this out. And it is. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to see what this is all about, then be sure to check that out. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered is 60% off, so Final Fantasy VIII is even cheaper than the Pixel Remastered games right there. Let's see, Final Fantasy XIII, 60% off right now as well. Dragon Quest XI, 50% off. This is the S version. It's only $20, and you get to play it two different ways. You can play it the original intended way in like full 3D with the voice acting and everything else. It's beautiful. Or you can play it in a 2D SNES style, and it's so cool. It literally, it makes, it divides the time of the game in half. I don't know how to say that. Like, it really speeds everything up by putting it into 2D. It really does. And it's just fantastic. This is one of my favorite Dragon Quest games of all time. Again, I love this series, and if I was going to say, hey, what are the best games to get into Dragon Quest, or what are the best Dragon Quest games, I would say it's 3, 5, 8, and 11. Yeah, those 4 games are the best 4 games to get into the series. So if 3 might be a little bit too archaic for you because it was originally an NES game or whatever, then play 11. You will love it. Original Final Fantasy, I played 3rd grade, 35% off right now. Final Fantasy 2, not exactly my favorite Final Fantasy, again, 35% off. One Piece Odyssey, I liked this game. I've never really watched the anime, because again, I just don't, but it's 50% off, $20. I played this. It is a whole lot of fun. It's a turn-based RPG. It has it almost plays like Dragon Quest VIII with this, world that you go through. You go through the past and the present. The battles aren't just like your party versus their party. Every enemy is in a different group, I guess, and then you have to fight the enemies that are in your group. And once you kill your group's enemy, then you can help out the other parties or whatever and beat them up or whatever. So it's pretty neat. It's a different take on it, but it's cool. Chain Decos, 35% off. Best $16 you will ever spend. I'm telling y'all, this game is long. This game is good. This game is you know how everybody's saying Expedition 33 is the best thing ever. Before Expedition 33 became the indie darling child, there was Chained Echoes. This is the indie darling child. Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy III inspiration. It is one of the best games I have ever played. It really is just that good. Let's see what else we got going on down here. Batten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remastered, 50% off, $25. First played these over on the GameCube, and they're a whole lot of fun. They're card-based RPGs where you take what's called, I want to say, Magnus, and it could be anything that you find in the world, a banana, an apple, a bamboo shoot, whatever, and it becomes a Magnus, which is a card that you can use in combat, and you can fight your enemies with it, and you can build up your deck, and it's a lot of menu management, at least in the first one, and they did streamline it in the second one, but man, man, it is a good game. This remake made it so that I want to say the voice acting was taken out, the American voice acting was taken out. It's only in Japanese. And but you can also like skip encounters. You can like turn off encounters entirely to get through, because the grinding was quite a bit much in there. Wandering Sword, I'm gonna mispronounce this. It's one of those Wuxia games, Zuzia games. I don't know, but it's good. It's really good. It's kind of plays like Live Alive, where there's grid-based combat and everything, and you have to like attack the grids and all that. But you can actually recruit pretty much anybody, like just random NPCs wandering around town. You can recruit them into your party, into your group, and it's beautiful. It's HD 2D. Persona 3 Portable, another Persona game, only $16 right here. Let's see if there's anything. Bravely Default 2, wow, 60% off, $24. This is another long one. If you're looking for something to plug 60, 70 something hours into, this is the one. World Map, turn-based RPG, job classes, good job classes, a big challenge, a difficulty. Like, it is hard, but it's balanced. It's hard, but it's fair, I suppose. It's really good, full of side quests and humor, good party members. I love the Bravely series. It is good. Lunar is not on sale, but yeah. So I mean, I could sit here and just go through all these games continually, because there's so many. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention and let you know, hey, all these games are on sale. Hey, these are some good games that you might want to try out. So yeah. But now I want to hear from y'all. What are some games that you really enjoy? What are some like gems that you picked up during this sale? What are some hidden indie gems, or just hidden gems in general, that you have found? Talk about all those in the comments and let everybody else know about them too, because that would be really interesting to everybody. And as always, have a good day.